Steve, defeat on the final day. What are your reflections on that one?
We weren't good enough at executing our game plan, if I'm honest, really. I think it's a fair result. I thought Durham executed their game plan, which we knew about, we prepared for. They executed it better than we executed ours. We were too sloppy in possession. We created too many transition opportunities to play into their strengths. And then, likewise, when we had chances ourselves, we weren't anywhere near clinical enough to finish them off. So it's a really disappointing one to take towards the end of the season. But we have to dust ourselves off now and rest in the break, and then come back to go at it again next season.
And the goals came at important times for Durham, especially the second one not long after we'd hit the bar. Was it difficult to get a foothold on the game after that?
Yeah, we should score that opportunity. That's what I mean. It bounces down in the box, and we should score, and then that ties the game, and that really swings it in a different way. And then we have an opportunity to on a counter attack and a breakaway, much like their goals, and we don't convert. So goals are critical. They change games, they change momentum, and we didn't capitalise when we had the opportunities.
How do you go about it over the summer, trying to work on being more clinical in front of goal?
Well, there'll be a lot of change over the summer potentially with new players in and some of the current players moving on. I will enjoy having a whole pre-season to work with the team and for us to work on those things and get better and be much more rehearsed, much more prepared in those moments. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think that's how we do it with some strong recruitment and the opportunity to work through a whole pre-season. I think that gives us an opportunity to then challenge from the start next season and maintain the challenge through the whole season.
Not the end of the season you would have wanted, but what positives do you think you can take from your first year in charge?
I think we've shown on any given day, on a day when we connect our stuff and we do well and we put things together well, that we are a good team and we are able to compete with the best in the league. We've just got to find a formula to keep that going through the course of a season. But I'm pleased with how we played, the brand of football we've played when we have played well. Changing that as the season was going on and as we were already into the season was a challenge that the girls have done well. We've brought winning football and winning matches back in the early part of the season after a difficult WSL season. So I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with how the group have developed, but we've definitely got lots to work on if we're going to be title contenders.
And just a word on the fans. They've travelled far and wide this year and have supported through thick and thin. What's your final message to them ahead of next season?
Yeah, they've been amazing. They've been amazing, home and away. They've helped us create such a positive vibe when we played at home and when we have played well. My final message for them is more of a sorry that we couldn't maintain the charge that we built up in the middle part of the season. But I can assure them that over the summer and over the break and going into next season, we'll be working to put that right next year.